Okay, so yeah, welcome back everyone to another puzzle game stream where we are making some puzzle games from scratch using Zig and Raylib. So last time we did some backend stuff. We significantly cleaned up the build system. Beforehand there was 3 Zig.build systems, now there's just one. A lot easier to therefore maintain, etc. So now I want to get back to the actual game making stuff. On this to-do list I have put do a readme file, but we can wait. We can do this a bit later. I think this afternoon I want to figure out how to do this, how to do the dragging tiles functionality. So I just want to get to the stage where by clicking on each of these options down the bottom, I can literally drag them onto empty spaces or possibly occupied spaces on the grid and then have things get updated. And then I think once this is working, I think our game will like almost be functional. The yellow in the background here is indicating that the solution has been solved. The grid is fine. Yeah, and so once we're able to just move tiles into place, unless I'm missing something obvious, things should be finished. Then there'll be some bits and pieces to tidy up, like getting some text here saying like play game, some other kind of things. But yeah. So how are we gonna go about this afternoon? So I think first of all we'll want some boolean to indicate, or maybe even just an integer to indicate whether or not the mouse is currently, whether the tile is currently being dragged. And actually let's go down to our main function again. Okay, so I think the stuff we'll have to think about is in this part here. This process the puzzle hover clicks. So one way that comes to mind is as follows. We just detect if when a click occurs it's in one of these 4 tiles. If so, some number is set to 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4 if the mouse is clicked on these, 0 otherwise. And then when the mouse is let go, this number is examined. And if the number is not 0, then a check is performed to see if when the mouse has been released, it is being clicked over one of the empty tiles, and if so, or at least one of the tiles that's movable, and if so, it gets updated. I think we'll also want to implement an effect as well. Namely, if the tile is being dragged over a space that can be swapped out, there is some kind of visual effect to indicate, yes, this is something you can let go, this is something you can swap in. I think doing this then also requires that, yeah, similarly, if when the mouse is being held down, this index is checked. If it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, then it does the hover calculation, etc. But now there's this question of what happens when it's resetting this to 0 should be easy. like as soon as it's detected that the mouse has been let go, then we can just automatically reset this to 0 after stuff has been read. Okay, so where are we going to begin? We're already determining if this is over any of these buttons. And we're just processing these button clicks. Okay. I'm just trying to think, like, if anything will break in the situation that someone like drags a tile onto these buttons. I don't think so. Yeah, it should be fine. But actually, since these menu buttons are not as common or important as the tiles, let's just do that. So let's determine whether the mouse. I'm also thinking maybe it's even a good idea to have a animation for when the mouse is hovering over a tile that can be moved. In either case, there's something we can add in. So why don't we say maybe so yeah, determine whether the mouse is over a I want to call it the infinite pool of numbers, but this is not the case. Over a tile option. Okay, so I think in a stream that feels really long ago, we wrote the render function for these option tiles here, and as part of that we had a global that stores the position of each of these. Okay, so let's just recall what the name of this global that does this is. And again, Emacs seems to be struggling to do anything with the screen. This is embarrassing, Emacs. So not render menu, but render puzzle. And when we're drawing these tile options, where are we getting these from? It's like tile option, geometry, tile positions. Okay. So we want to say it's not even determine whether the mouse is over a tile option, whether the mouse has been clicked on a tile option. So let's just iterate over these options. For these tile options, geometry, and the tile positions. We now want to check. We want to check if the mouse has been right. If these things have been clicked on. Have we already created a procedure to do this? Possibly not. Because yeah, currently, at least for the options buttons, we're just doing this via, like manually. Is the mouse down and is it hovering over something? Hello, hello, Arts by Natalie. Thanks for joining the screen, the stream. Yeah. I'm currently working on making a really simple, like 2x2 Sudoku puzzle app from scratch in Zig. and I'm just using this as a base for future projects. There's another project I started that was this really large grid-based game with like heaps of different mechanics. I was doing it in Odin, things weren't working, and so I said, I want to learn Zig, let me just start making stuff in here instead. So currently I'm doing the logic for being able to drag tiles onto the grid and move some stuff around. And yeah, the next game I do after this is going to be like a 3D game involving cubes that I'm quite excited about. But I want to finish this first. I want to just get this out of the way so I can come back to it. But yeah, and yeah, all of the code, by the way, is on GitHub. So like yeah, basically if you just go to my GitHub, not this one, github.com loaded, you can find the code for the stuff that I'm currently doing. I need to add a readme. I'll likely do that today. But then over in December and January, I also made this app here. That's just a small quiz that helped me learn the names and patterns of a bunch of butterflies from scratch. And yeah, basically the only dependency this needs is the Zig compiler, and just downloading and writing zig build run should do it, provided like the OpenGL backend and stuff is there. But yeah, thanks for asking. Oh, what game do I play in my free time? Currently I've been playing a game that's also being made in Zig, made from scratch, called Kohan Pirate Solutions, I think. It's this one here. Sorry, Konkan. I've been having a lot of fun with this game recently. Hopefully, it's basically like a puzzle where you need to plan out routes of these like pirate ships and merchant ships in advance. You kind of give them some signals, but yeah, it's very, very fun. I highly recommend it. Okay, but yeah, back to this programming. So I think before I try making some general procedure to like detect button clicks, we'll just do this manually to start with. If we're repeating the code a lot, we'll factor it out. So the tile length is going to equal, I think, tile options geometry dot options. Something a bit different then. I guess just grid geometry dot tile length. Grid geometry dot tile length. And then for each of these, we simply want to check if the mouse is being, well, for one, if the mouse is hovering over these, and then if it has been clicked down. So why don't we then say like tile option hover index. We'll just set this to be 0. This might be, if I were setting this to be 0 every frame, this might be an issue. Work this for hard. And mate, I think coding is so hard. I mean, coding can be hard initially, but like everything, it's just kind of practice, and like in the same way that anyone who practices something for a lot naturally gets better, going to get better over time. And similarly, if you're really invested in some kind of sport, it's likely that you also kind of learn more about the sport and learn more about techniques for doing it. And it's the same thing. Okay. So yeah, tile option hover index is 0. So now we want to say in a similar way for all of these things. If the mouse position is within the within the length of one of these, we're going to set this option. So now we want to say if the position.x, well, okay, these are f32, so we want to do if abs if f abs, if the distance between the if the x position minus the mouse pos, and mouse pos should be a global that we have set. Actually, let's just double check again where in the logic the mouse is set. Okay, the mouse is set just immediately in the very first thing we do. Great, that's what we want. So yeah, so if this distance here is less than the tile length, let's just call this t length, or the absolute value of the y position minus the y position of the mouse is also less than the tile length, then great. This thing is hovering over the position, so let's give this an index. We're starting this from 0. So now we want to say tile option hover index is equal to I. And then so now what do we want to do? What does this thing say? Do that one. So then we are going to do okay, so now we've done that, we then want to just determine if it's been clicked. Whether the mouse is over a tile pos. Then we want to do determine whether a tile tile option, determine whether a tile option has been clicked. Now we just want to say if tile option hover index is not 0, and I briefly forgot that in Zig and is not ampersand sign, it's literally the word and the mouse is currently down, and the mouse was not down the last frame, then it has been clicked. And then we can, so now what? So then we want to just say, let's just do a debug print at this stage, and then we'll continue on. And then we want to say standard and then dprint tile option clicked, and let's make this d. And we want to do the tile option hover index. Okay. So now let's try and build and run this. Okay. 407. Expected unidentifier found a number literal. Oh, I had these around the wrong way. Oops. It might want me to convert the type of this as well. Vector does not support field access. I forgot we're not in Odin. Cannot assign to a constant. Yeah, that is completely correct. We are going to be setting this. Variable of type comptime int must be constant or comptime. What is getting comptimed? I guess we haven't specified the type of this, so we can just make this a uint. Oh, that's right, it's usize. Okay. Okay, and then clicking on these is kind of working, but not exactly. Okay, so clicking on one isn't doing anything. Clicking on 2, 3, or 4 does register, but with different indices. That's just because this is the 0th index, so this explains the bug as well. We really want to be ratcheting this up by 1. Okay. And again, I continue to make this bug. We need to multiply this stuff by 0.5. I keep forgetting to do this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, great. And then let's say we did it over here. Oh no, something's not right. It thinks this is a 4. Like it's registering a 4 all the way up here. That's right, because this is meant to be an AND. We need both. We need the mouse to be inside the X position and the Y positions to be inside. Oh, how many bugs? How are there so many bugs in this already? Okay. Okay, it seems to be getting at least the X positions correct. If I click above, it's detecting these. And if I click below, it's detecting them as well. What's happening? Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, now it's finally working, I think. Yeah, okay, great. Continuing on. So yeah, now what do we want to do? Now we want to say, actually maybe, it kind of is nice just to have this here as a reference up while coding. change this. Okay. Yeah, so now we want to say now we want to do the rendering, and so now we want to we're going to have to figure out when we do click these and we hold the mouse down, we want to then start drawing a copy of the tile wherever the mouse is whenever we're holding it down. And so I think as written though, we actually only want to possibly update this stuff if the mouse has just been clicked. So I think we should actually just wrap all of this up inside of here. But we also want this to be global if we're going to start calling this. Okay. Right. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna have to do what? We go to globals, and then where shall we put this option? I think we've kind of done this already, no? Because yeah, drawing these things here, all we need is the background rectangle position and the tile position. So this stuff's done. And then, unless in render puzzle, okay, let's just check this. Let's just go down this corridor. Unless currently when we're rendering this, we're doing it in some weird way. But I didn't think we did. Yeah, we're calling tile option geometry here. Yeah, so this is fine. Okay. So yeah, back to this stuff. Yeah, where should we put this global that will just track whether something's being dragged or not? We should give this a more descriptive name as well, like something like tile dragging index. In some sense, however, like two different types of tiles are going to be dragged. There's the ones that are getting dragged from these options, and then there's ones that are getting dragged around the grid. If we were to pick up one that's already on the grid, we want to kind of disappear that from the grid. However, it may be possible that someone lets go of it and we still want it to snap back to the grid. So I think we'll be able to do that with grid-based logic. So for the meantime, yeah, like we'll add in maybe we make a new category. I think we do. We'll do tile manipulation. Okay, so we'll say variable. We want tile dragging index with 0. Yeah, and we wanted to move this inside. We want to move this for loop inside of here. So if the mouse has just been clicked, look over all of these, and if stuff is satisfied, update tile dragging index. This stuff is now fine. And then like if it's released, if the mouse has just been released, we want to set the, I think we want to set this to 0. But we just need to make sure we do it at the right place. We can just defer it. So why don't we say if the mouse is not down, if not mouse down, but the mouse was down last frame, then we're going to defer the tile dragging index is equal to 0. And okay. So now we can jump to our, before we jump to rendering this, we need to determine the difference in where the mouse is when it clicked the tile and the center of the tile. And then this will allow us to redraw the tile at the correct relative location to the mouse. This also sounds like a global, so we can say tile dragging offset. Excuse me. We'll make this a vec2. It is just 0, 0. And then we want to set that. So now we want to say that tile dragging offset is equal to, okay, this is kind of a bit vague. It would be really good, okay, this vector is going to have a direction. It would be great if the direction of the vector is clearly reflected in the name. So if we said like tile mouse, like tile to mouse, so mouse tile to my mouse dragging back. Now there's only one way what this can be, so this is now just the mouse position minus the tile pause. And yeah, likewise, if this stuff has just been released, I want to set that to 0, but maybe we actually don't need to do that. Yeah, I think this would be fine. Okay, now I think we can render this. So, and we're rendering the puzzle. So now we want to, after drawing all of this stuff, draw a dragging tile if applicable. Okay, so how can we do this? So yeah, so we simply determine if the tile dragging index is non-zero. Then we need to draw something. Then we just want to draw the, last time we rendered we had previously on stream written a procedure that draws like a tile at a given place, so we can just call that then. So was it called like rendered tile? Let's see, where's the parts where we actually draw the tiles? Oh, it's just called draw tile. Okay. Yeah, so it is drawing this tile at the specified place. So I think I can do another int cast the tile dragging index, and then the position to draw the tile at. So this position is going to be the mouse position. So we have this. If we have this vector going to the mouse, then we want to do like mouse minus this vector. And I feel like the vector should be going the other way. Let's adjust this. So what is it? Tile, what is it? Let's adjust this name. So we'll do mouse to tile. Mouse to tile, dragging back. And we want this to be the pause minus the mouse. Now we can have mouse to tile dragging back plus the mouse position. Okay, let's run this and check it. Oh. One, two, two, comp time int. Right, because we really should specify the type of this. So why don't we say this is the type usize? Five to five expected bool found usize. Oh, I was just doing another implicit cast, not allowed. Undefined behavior alert. Yeah, it's way clearer anyway if I say provided this thing is not 0. Haha, and yeah, this is working. Things get clicked, and now I can drag them. But I cannot yet snap them. We're gonna have to figure out that part now. Let's save what we've done so far. So yeah, that has indeed been modified. So now we want to say yeah, started making tile options draggable. Is it like drag? I don't know how to spell it. We'll go with drag. Okay. Zig build run. Okay, so what next? Now we want to make it so that when lots of options are possible. So one, when a tile is just like going over an empty space, we just want it to be get filled in. If the tile is over something that is itself not fixed, we also want it to like fill in the place there. And then there's the option for the random stuff, the animation we can figure out later. But let's just get this stuff working fast. What is the current status of the levels again? So the levels get read in from this file at comp time, and then okay, we're saying like all of these are meant to be fixed tiles, but they kind of look the same as these movable ones. So let's first just adjust the color so that these movable ones are these are clearly fixed, and the movable ones have their own color. Okay, this will be in the render. Ooh. Yeah, this will just be in the draw tile procedure. So yeah, empty tile should not get drawn, and then we're saying the background color is something over here. If tile is greater than 0, tile fixed background color, otherwise tile movable background color. What are these values of colors at the moment? Tile fixed background color is just the grid fill, and the tile movable is debug. Hang on, when we're drawing these tile options down here, these should all be like debug colors. So let's that's the first thing to fix. So yeah, and all of these draggable ones should also be showing us this debug color as well. So let's fix this. So first of all, we need to fix the we need to fix the color when they get drawn. Fix the color when fix the color down here. Fix the color when they're dragged. So these U sizes are just positives, and so I think like the negative numbers represent movable tiles. Where's the grid? Where's the comments that? Here it is. I don't like denotes. I don't like represents denotes. So let's do like a 0. Okay. So I think we just adding a negative sign here should flip things around the correct way. Let's check. No. In cast must have a known result type. What? Isn't a tile just a U8? It's an I8, yeah. Not sure why this is not casting. I guess we can just do as I8, cast it to this, and then multiply it by -1. Wait, really? I'm so confused. Like, surely this will produce the same compile error. Yeah, use as. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So we'll just do negative as. Ooh, how does as work again? Yeah, type and then the number. Oh, I see. So, will this be fine? But like, surely I can't say negative. This is annoying. Surely this will work. Okay, good. Debug colors, that's what we want to see. And then when we're dragging this stuff, we also want to do something similar. yeah, let's just do -1 times as ix int cast this thing. What's this? I still don't quite understand what as is doing. Or rather, like, why as needs to exist. Like, why can't int cast do this? Like, I would love if it was like int cast, type you're casting it to, and then the int. But I'm not sure, I don't think that works. Yeah, it's... yeah, it's a bit different. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do this again. That's what we want to see. Okay, so now let's actually make this color something reasonable. Tile. What are we setting stuff to? Yeah, just tile fixed background color and tile movable background color. So what should we set this? Maybe like mid-gray. Like, I think this is fine for the moment. Okay. Okay, back to this rendering. And so, we have to do some logic stuff now. So now we need to figure out when the center of this tile position, of this new tile, is within within something that can be replaced. So, was it process? I guess we're doing process input update state. Let's go back to the main. The main loop. Yeah, we just calculate the geometry and we're doing this. And in particular, if we're doing the handcrafted puzzles, processing these clicks and then update current grid solved. So this is the right place to do this. And now, we should say if click released. This is the part where we want to check this. Click released, check for drag tile to section. Do drag tile logic. And so also, when this was just being deferred inside this if statement, it would immediately evaluate. So I'm not sure why this is in here. Other than to say, let's defer it within this block. So we can say, we're going to have to like iterate through all of the options in this grid and see if we come across some that are not strictly positive. or we can say, yeah, determine if mouse. Do you want to come up here, Kitty? No? Okay. Determine if mouse position is, also what's the time? Good, I've got a meeting at 6, so plenty of time. Determine if mouse position is, do you wanna leave the room, Kitty? No? Okay. Determine if mouse position is in grid. So let's, how do we do this? Let's go back to our grid globals again. Grid tile position is what we want to do. So I want to say for tile pos grid geometry dot grid tile positions, capture these as tile pos. We want to see, the same detection logic as before. Okay, given that I am like typing out this like half radius thing so often, I wonder if we should just make this an inline function. Not even an inline function, it's just like a, yeah, I feel that it's worth doing since we are going to be doing this a fair bit. Okay, we'll come back to here. So yeah, let's go down and just say like tile hovering. Is tile hovered, and for this we literally just want a position, and we don't even need, yeah, we just need a tile position, and I think that's it. And then we simply check what like the current mouse position is, and then we just say is going to return a bool, and we say return the kind of code that we wrote before. So just this stuff. So we're just returning the absolute value of these ones, and then instead of, but TL here is unnecessary. What just happened to Emacs? So yeah, TL is just that. Instead of tile pos, let's just have pos. We do need the mouse pos. And then fabs, and that's kind of it. Okay, so let's replace this part here with this is now just if is tile hovered pos. I think that's literally all we need. Then stuff, okay. Now going back to where we are, now we can just say for all of this stuff, if this tile hovered the tile position, then what? Now we want to say, now we need to check what's underneath the tile and see if it's one that can be set. That is something that's not strictly positive. Okay, this means we'll need to keep track of the indices. So now we need to refer to the grid. So yeah, where's our like current? Oh, this is we're doing a lot of stuff here. Like it should just be fine to look up the grid here, right? Like I'm not part of me thinks if we're doing this okay, we're going to be doing this enough that we may as well like store what the current grid is. And then I might like, there's the temptation to like modify that instead of actually modifying the underlying thing. Okay, we'll always just refer to the actual underlying grid. So yeah, so if this tile is hovered, we want to do okay, let's just take a pointer to it. So what does this say? Current grid is equal to is equal to just the address of the current handcrafted levels with the current handcrafted level index, and then this should have the type of like a pointer to a level, and then so in here we can now say check if the oh, hang on. This isn't gonna work as we want it to, because we want because the tile may have been selected in such a way that something like this should snap to it, but currently the actual mouse position is different, so this wouldn't be accepted, but it should. Okay, let's that's okay provided we offset it, but I don't like offsetting it in this way. Let's modify this isTile hover to just have the position of the tile and the position of the thing you want to check is against it. So we'll just say, okay, we literally will have tile position, and then this should be second. We'll call it like cursor pose. This would be a vec2 and then tile pose. Okay, so now we want to say basically the same thing. Now it's this. So back for this one here, we now just want this to be the honest mouse pos and then the tile pos. For this one, it is going to be a t-pos, but the very first argument has to be the actual like center position in the grid. So this is incorrect. Determine if the drag tile pos is in the grid. Let's just calculate this on a separate line. Drag tile pos is going to equal the mouse pos plus this offset. What was the offset called again? It's like, there it is. Mouse to tile dragging vec. And now in this, we want to do the drag tile pos. And yeah, check if the drag, check if the, check if the tile in the grid, check that the tile in the, it's really like check if the drag tile can be replace the tile on the grid. Can be replaced, That's fine. Then, yeah, so now we need to go back to this like grid structure. And so, well, let's start. So now we want to say we just want to make sure that it's not positive. Otherwise, we can check it. So we can just say if positive, exit. So if right. So yeah, if the current grid and the index here we want is an I. If this is greater than 0, continue. I kind of want to break out of this, but maybe what's the way of doing that? Like I want to make sure it breaks out of the for loop, not the if statement. I think that's fine. If not, we'll know where the bug comes from, if I can remember. Otherwise update it. Otherwise, current grid I is equal to the. I should have we're having to like multiply everything here by -1. This is okay. Int cast the tile dragging index. And I think that's fine now. Let's try and compile. I feel like there's going to be a bug, but we'll see. Expected parentheses found an identifier. And hello. Hello. Do you want a pet? You can't come up here on my keyboard. I can't have cat hair everywhere. Do you wanna explore? Okay. Yeah, where is this error? Oops, yeah, is tar-hodded. Expected comma after argument. Oh yeah. No. Like the comma. Wait, what? Oh, this is unnecessary. Okay. I'm not sure why it's taking like 3 seconds to compile and then realize there's an error here. I thought it would be. This is something like in Odin, it compiles like that. Like if there's an error, it catches it immediately. But it's okay. The compiler is getting faster. Error unused local constant. Yeah, I guess we don't need that anymore. And what's this unused function parameter? Oh yeah, wait, this is really silly. This is just meant to be a tower pos now. It's just, we're not using the mouse pos anymore. We are passing that in. Okay. Haha! Excellent. This is what we want. Yeah. It gets ignored in these situations, but it kind of snaps. Okay, and then let's do this experiment. So even when the mouse position is not on the tile, when the center is on the tile, it should snap, and it does. Like this isn't exactly in the center, so it won't, but if that's like slightly higher, it will. Great. Oh, and even better, wasn't expecting that, but I guess this puzzle is now solved. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, cool. Things are, the prototype's kind of just like working for the very first time. Okay, let's do another example to make sure this is working. Okay, so how can we solve this one? Okay, so 3 and 4 need to be here. Let's just say like 4 is here and 3 is here. And then maybe 1 and 2 go here. And then yeah, this puzzle looks impossible. Since there needs a 1 needs to appear in here, but there's a 1 here. Okay. Alright, this is broken. Let's just make an easier level to test. Okay, so let's do like level 5. Okay, what can we do here? Let's make like the first row completely empty, but everything else will determine what these need to be. So maybe we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, okay, Okay, this means these will need to be 3 and 4. So if we did like a 2 and a 4 here, that would need to be a 3. The other one will therefore need to be a 4. So if we make this like a 3 and a 1, and then these other ones need to be 1 and 2. So if we put like a 1 and 2 here and a 4 and 3 here, I think this works. Okay. Let's test it out. Oh wait, oh yeah. Forgot to adjust the number of levels in this level parser. This feels like something that we should adjust and figure out a way just at comp time to calculate this. But it's working out all right. Okay. So yeah, so the 3 should go here, the 4 here, the 1 here, and the 2 here. Yay! Okay. Cool. Only took us like 20 hours or something to get here, but we made this from scratch. We're gonna have to do some more stuff to polish it up, choose way better colors, etc. But it's working. Ooh, not completely functional yet though, in that we can drag these ones around, but we also want to drag. We want to be able to drag these ones around, and okay, this is unexpected that clicking here makes it disappear. I guess that's kind of good, but maybe not. Okay, we're halfway there. Let's save what we've done so far. So we've got, yeah, we did modify all of those. So I'm going to say, yeah, started implementing tile dragging functionality. Okay, push this to the cloud. Okay, so let's fix this issue. Let's fix this issue that clicking and dragging doesn't actually drag it, and then clicking once and letting go makes it disappear. I'm not even sure why this clicking once functionality makes this fail. We'll figure it out. Okay. Okay. So in this like process input update state section. What are we doing? So yeah, so this was just the logic we implemented, and now we want to do determine whether a clickable grid tile has been clicked. And I think the logic kind of should almost be the same. We similarly want to just like figure out, 1, if something is being clicked, 2, the index underneath it if it is there. We can then just render it in the same way that we rendered this stuff, and then looking at this now, I kind of don't like that the size of the border of this tile is different than the size of the borders here. Something to worry about later. We'll just add this here. Make border size of tiles on the grid slash option tiles have a consistent border on it. Okay, and then we'll also okay, yeah, there's something kind of tricky here, which is that if we're dragging, say I dragged this 2, we want it to like disappear temporarily when we're holding it down, and then if when I drag this, I drag it somewhere like off the size of the grid, then it kind of should snap back. Oh no, well, no, it should disappear if it's maybe we actually just make it disappear whenever it's yeah, okay. So I think the logic will be as follows. As soon as like we start dragging it, it immediately fills in a blank in the grid, and then yeah, up to you whether you toss it, whether you like move it somewhere else or fill something else with it. Okay. Okay, so then so how do we do this? So now we want to say, so what's the time? 4. Oh, it's 5. Half an hour left before meeting. Let's do this. I think we can do this in this time. Yeah, let's just like iterate through all of these things. So you can say, oh, we need to check that the mouse has been cool. Oh. We kind of want this logic to run. This logic will work regardless of whether something was selected from here or from the grid. So we want to really move this above it. So I want to say for everything in the current grid, we want the current grid positions now. Let's hang on, since we're referring to this a bit, why don't we just say current grid poses poses I think this is fine. We'll just say this is the grid geometry dot the grid tile positions, and then okay, down here let's just replace this. What about just even grid positions? I'm not even sure why this. I don't think this current's needed. Yeah, let's just get rid of it. Grid the grid current positions. So then, okay, let's just remove currents from here. Okay. Yeah. So for everything in these grid positions, these are more like tile positions anyway. That's fine. It's a tile position. For all of these things, we just want to do the is tile hovered in Really, this entire loop we should only run this if the mouse is even down. So yeah, if the thing has just been clicked, and if in this case we do care about the honest mouse position and the T position, then check to see if the underlying grid element is actually clickable. So like before, we'll need an index from 0. If the grid I is less than or equal to, well, it's just strictly if it's less than 0, then it is movable. So then we can say movable tile has been clicked. So then we need to set the tile dragging index to be this thing. But now we need to do like some like reverse int cast from this I8 to the thing. So we just do int. Okay, if I do int cast negative grid I, get that. Then we do and we just want to say like the grid I. Well, let's actually. I want to kind of save this. This is like tile type is equal to grid I. Then, so first of all, just set this to be empty again. Set the tile dragging index to be this, and then we also need to calculate the the mouse to tile dragging vector. So this is, it's from the mouse to the tile. So now it is, it's just the T pos minus the mouse pos. And then, is this it? I think that's it. Let's give it a go. That's what it's like in Odin. not in. I love Odin, but it's just it doesn't. It has some problems. Expected semicolon after statement. Oh, what's going on? We can also break out of the loop if this is the case. But that's not gonna fix it. Oh, this should be an if. Oh no, this is just alarm bells ringing, having like 3 ifs inside each other. This is, no, we're gonna have to change this. There's no reason why this can't be an and. Okay, I think this is slightly better. Expected this found an identifier. Oh yeah, because we need to wrap this up. Nope, that doesn't look good. That was not good. What happened? Panic, attempt to cast negative value to an unsigned integer. What? Okay. That at least explains pretty clearly what's going on. I didn't think we were doing that though. Where did this happen? But we had to figure it out. So it must have been. Oh, it must have been this part. Yeah, we want to incast the negative version of this. Hang on. I think we also need to. This could also give us another error too. Oh no, I think this is fine. Okay, yay. Great. That's kind of working. Okay, and now let's do this version. So we have 3 here, 4, and yeah. Replaces that. So what's this again? 3, 4, 1, 2. And let's say I did 2, 1 instead. Great. Okay. I mean, this seems pretty functional to me now. I would like dragging these tiles is kind of tedious though, but intuitive. I kind of want there to be some way to just like literally click on these empty spaces or even on tiles that are filled and cycle through stuff. This would mean you could then solve these puzzles just by clicking in these instead of having to drag stuff, which I like. Yeah. That would be the way I would want to play a game like this. Like instead of my eyes having to go up and down constantly, just stuff. Okay, let's save it there. Let's see. So yeah, added in. Yeah. So we're gonna say finished implementing the tile dragging. Finished implementing tile dragging. Okay. Great. Main. Okay. So now what? Let's add in this idea for right-clicking to to update tiles. But otherwise, I'm happy. Like we now have like a playable functional prototype that, yeah, and we're just going to continue to improve on it. So make right-clicking on cycle through tile options. Okay. This one would be an easy fix to do, but in the 20-ish minutes I have left, I think it's time just to add a README file, given that the project now is kind of functional. Okay, so this part is boring but necessary. Right, like if someone just stumbles across your project on the internet and there's no README file, I don't know what most people do, but in my case, I almost just, the chance that I seriously look at it is almost zero. And yeah, like the chance with which I gauge with an open source project is almost directly proportional to the amount of effort in the README file. Okay, so let's copy the README file from the butterfly project. In particular, it's a markdown, and yeah. So now let's do readme.md. Okay, and now we want to do what's the title of this going to be called? 4x4 Sudoku puzzles. So I can say this is a simple puzzle game containing a collection of 4x4 Sudoku puzzles. Information. Before we actually do anything like this, we just should make it immediately clear this is currently a work in progress. How does the markdown work again? What's this? I want stuff in bold. Okay. Currently a work in progress. I want to look on this side of the screen now. Yeah. Yeah, Sudoku, we should probably say something like Sudoku, Sudoku puzzles are a common type of grid puzzle. Information about them can be found on Wikipedia. And we'll have some screenshot here. And I don't think it actually hurts just to have a work in progress screenshot. So, I mean, especially, let me remind myself what the markdown page looks like, the butterfly quiz. So curiously, even though I put here a screenshot from the app, it doesn't appear here, but it does appear when it's hovered over. Okay. So I should probably say here something like work in progress image. work in progress screenshot. Okay, and then let's just do that now so I didn't forget. Zig out. Okay, what's like an acceptable resolution? What's like one of these was impossible. This was impossible, I think. Maybe this one is solvable. This looks solvable. Let's like just fill this in a bit. Okay, let's fill it in as if we're actually solving this. Okay, so the 2 has to go here. 3 and 4 go here, which means 4 needs to go here, 3 needs to go here. And then 1 has to go here. This is kind of fun. This is already fun. Therefore, this is enough for a screenshot. So, okay. Let's like move this over here. What was the resolution I used here? It's kind of wide. This looks a bit better. Can I not just click on this? Okay, and then if I do save in we don't have to save it here, we can just save it in here, right? Screenshot.png. Why don't we say, let's call this like a work in progress screenshot.png. Then yeah, this is a Zig project that natively calls Rayleigh code written in C. Yeah, since the Zig compiler comes with its own build system, and is itself a C compiler, and is also a C compiler, C++ compiler. The project can be, we're not using any C++ code, so the project can be built and run with the command zig.run. This sentence is kind of obvious, I think. The project was built with the Zig 11 compiler in Windows 11. Yeah, compilation of the app and other operating system. This is more of a game now. This is not relevant anymore. Dependencies. This project is written in Zig and uses Raylib. Did we change this at all? Yeah, I feel like we did. These look different. Let's just check this actually is version 5.0. github.com raysam5 raylib, and then version 5. Yeah, this is the A50, That's what we want. Okay, yeah. This is the raylib library. I feel like we should be copying this text. Specifically version 0. We included the necessary source files from raylib directly in our project. We deleted unnecessary parts of the library. We also we also simplified the build system. The build.zig file there, or rather we also incorporated into, or like combined the build.zig file there into into the build file for the project, simplifying it and making it more concretely and adapting it for, well, and for a Zig compiler, 0.11.0. The rest of this kind of remains the same. Okay. Is there anything else that needs to be added? I should probably say like adding gameplay or something. All that is needed to play the game. Yeah, to solve the puzzles of the game is levels do not save on exit of the area. I think that's kind of it. I still don't know of a good way to actually preview markdown files. Just break out the LOM. I'm not downloading Visual Studio Code just to do that. What's Markdown Live Preview? But it says that you can render any Markdown in your browser. Yeah, I've tried that, but it doesn't work. Not for Windows anyway. Yeah, like this doesn't. Not in Firefox anyway. Okay, Markdown Live. Okay, this doesn't matter this much. We can just push as many GitHub changes as we need. But yeah, no, that's fine. This is fine. So, yeah. Let's just add it. Status. Oh, what did we change in main again? Yeah. Wow. If we just added this README, we can get rid of this. Git add. I feel that we should be adding the README in. I guess it is fine in the top level directory. Yeah, I can't think of any reasons why it wouldn't be. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, added README to project. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. Okay. This is like the most minor things, but I'm slightly annoyed that the text here isn't like this text that says 4x4 Sudoku game is not the like solid text of the other ones. This is the same as well. Anyway, it's fine. Yeah, currently this is a simple puzzle game containing a collection of 4x4 Sudoku puzzles. It can be found on Wikipedia. This is a bit wordy. Drag tiles. Use the mouse to drag tiles to. I should be getting off in like 5 minutes. Use the mouse to drag tiles onto the grid so that each row, column, and 4x and 2x2 quadrant uniquely contains the numbers, contains the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 in some order. Levels do not save on exit of the game. Okay. And then, yeah, I feel like this should be a hyperlink rather than something that looks like that. On Zig Lang, where do we? Is this ziglang.org or Zig hash? No, it is ziglang.org. Maybe that's okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, it just looks a bit odd, but I guess it's fine. Compilation of the game and other operating systems have been tested. There's some way of like linking. Oh, we should. I feel like I should link. This. So this lag is not acceptable, Emacs. This is not acceptable lag. It's just a text editor. we're not rendering. We're not doing ray tracing. Specifically 5.0. So how does this work? We just want to have rectangular brackets and then curly parentheses to get that to be hyperlink. Okay. 3 minutes left. Under the raylib directory, this needs to change. It's under raylib vi. Under the raylib 5 directory. The deleted unnecessary parts of the library. We also combined. Okay, this kind of looks done for the moment. Okay, so let's like spell check this. Sublime text. Okay, and then we want to do this. Any obvious spelling errors? Not that I can see. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we just did that. Yeah. Height adjust. Okay, and yeah, I think that's going to be me for the day. Let's just check that. Good, that takes us to there. Yeah, this is good. Now we have a working prototype for the game. So now it's kind of just some like visual additions, changes, and then then I'll be happy to save this for a later time. No, this is fun. It can be hard when you're in the middle of a project to just think it's gonna come together eventually, and then that time comes and it's great. So okay, let's raid some people. So okay, let's try. Which one is it? It's like stream manager. Is this the one here? And then we need to do like raid channel. Here it is. Vehicle live channel to raid. Well, let's browse some in software and game development. Vehicle live channel to raid. Well, let's browse some in software and game development. Vehicle live channel. Is anyone doing puzzle stuff? Well, okay. What about programming? Game development. Vehicle live channel. Is anyone doing puzzle stuff? Who is doing some load up? What about programming? Game development. Vehicle live channel. Is anyone doing puzzle stuff? Who is doing some load up? What about programming? Game development. I mean, this is Unreal, so a bit of a downside, but it isn't C++. I mean, this is Unreal, so a bit of a downside, but it isn't C++. Okay, I think we will rate this. I mean, okay. So yeah, what's it?
Oh, there's a hub-like area.
Let's
Interesting. I
discuss
haven't really
these.
taken a
Odd-
close look
odd
at the game, but
Oculus.
I intend to for
Okay.
research purposes.
This, I will also.
I haven't
not-
really played a lot of new games, to be
okay.
honest.
We'll do start rate. Okay. Thank
But
you.
last
See everyone
Epoch games
later.
look pretty
Bye.
good.
Just like it says like ready to raid.
But I want to figure out. I want to start to get more eyeballs on the game in order to start having conversations about what